Boys and girls, friends and lovers, children of all ages, welcome to day 13. Some of us is day 14 of the George Floyd We Want Change protest, huh? So I'm on my way to the Capitol this evening, folks, for a couple hours, and look what I found. Pop-up food. I thought this was so amazing. I had to start with an interview with these guys, folks, however it may be. I'm not sure how everybody identifies. Any of them good to go? Gotta ask. Human beings. These beautiful human beings. And look, there's a food line here. This is a major intersection, right? Colfax, Lincoln. How long you been here?
Been here from around 6 p.m. Yeah. Been here for,
about 2 hours almost.
All our boy Nate hit me up a couple hours ago and said, hey, I had some friends bail, please get down here. And I just popped up. Because I did this a few days ago on a lower scale, but we didn't have a level of organization.
Well, I mean, you got hot dogs, you got a box of buns over there, right?
Whole on box.
Hold on.
Went to Costco and was like, give me everything.
All right. And so you're out here supporting any human being, it looks
anyone
like.
That wants food. When I did this a few days ago,
That's awesome,
we realized we thought we'd be supporting protesters, but then a lot of just homeless folks around ended up coming through, and it felt really rewarding, just beyond just spreading good vibes. I felt like we were really giving back for this. And then Nate kicked it into overdrive. We've done 100 plus hot dogs already? Yeah, I got it was full about 250, and I just threw down the last pack. So yeah, we've been serving a lot of hot dogs out today. We got
Nice, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And as you can
here more too.
See, there's a constant line. So if you got some extra hot dogs, brats, whatever, they got a grill going here at the corner of Colfax and Lincoln. You can come down and drop off some food if you like.
Hell yeah, that'd be great.
Or you can go to like kingsupers.com and order that shit to be delivered here. That'd be some funny shit. This keeps looking like things from the occupation. Right? Were you a Denverite during the occupation?
No, I just moved here about 3 months ago from Rhode Island.
From an island? What island?
Rhode Island.
Oh, from Rhode Island. Okay.
Smallest state we have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's I just want to do this because Denver's been fucking awesome to me. So I just wanted to figure out a way so I can give back to everyone. I've been working in restaurants all my life. I love to cook, so this seemed like the perfect opportunity.
Are you working right now?
Yeah, working at Sprouts.
You are? Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
that's
really
great. That's good. That's wonderful. I love it, folks. He was too young to be at Occupy. That's quite possible. I'm sorry? You want the poop? No, man. Bad cops are poop. And so are the good cops that support them. And that's like the message some days, you know?
We need more dogs. Got more coming up in about 5 minutes.
See, like that? More dogs in 5 minutes. I'm just so touched. So we're going to go down to City Hall and see what's going on, folks. But I love you guys. You're awesome. We'll see you as we going through. By the way, you're live on Cut The Plastic on YouTube.
Cut the fucking plastic.
That's right. Get it out of your life, right?
Absolutely. Get that shit out of here.
Save the earth. And let's make some change while we're at it. I love it. This is just beautiful people. I know, right? It's the best we can in the time, in the moment. I'm part of a group that's been feeding for 8 years on the 16th Street Mall. 8 straight years. Because they made it illegal to sleep out there. And now more people are getting sexually assaulted and raped in our city than 8 years ago. Twice as many, as a matter of fact. Huh?
This is something every human in the world should know. I don't know what year, but in the 20th century, the UN had a summit on sex work and prostitution, and every single country on the UN decided that it was right to decriminalize sex work. Not make it legal or legal, but at least decriminalize so you can't go to prison for it, except for the United States, the only country in the world that decided that we will send people to jail for sex work, and that creates a horrible, dangerous environment. And I think we should all know that sex work is a total viable way of life and living, and that's something that we should realize. Is that it's not taboo. It's the world we live in. But
that's wonderful. Now, folks, while we're doing our interview, it seems as if the protest found us. So we just happen to be in luck. Right time, right place. Keep up the great work. We'll see what we can do to find some more hot dogs.
George Floyd! George Floyd! No peace! No racist! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice!
So as you can see, they're still rolling. This is day 13, Denver. We want some fucking change around here. DPD, hold your, they can't. Takes one bad apple to spoil the bunch. Now the whole barrel is rotten. That's right. Hi, Lauren. How you doing, sweetie? So that was the rest of the protest is on the sidewalk, it looks like. They didn't slow down to keep the critical mass together in order to take the road and own it. But they're not done moving. So let's go join them. Because they've pretty much gotten accustomed to just walking across the road wherever the fuck they want to go. Anarchy, folks. That's what they call it. Anarchy. Y'all playing. Y'all playing here. Okay, just making sure.
You can play here if you want.
You never want it. Never is good optics for a black man to be hitting a black woman, right? That's the story they keep trying to say. Is time to stop spreading that imagery. So let's look at the memorials by day. Pardon me, sir. Nice mask. I love it. Go Pack, go.
Go Pack!
So this is a chalk art that has been done in love and care, and the flowers that ring the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. By any means necessary. Do you see that, folks? By any means necessary. Still in the bricks. While we're here during the day, let's take a tour, huh? Let me show you some of the things that have happened here. Day in and day out, this statue keeps getting colored up. Keeps getting named as a target of an oppressive culture. I guess I can take my head off for a minute, huh? Kind of quiet here, but they just got back from a protest. They're marching, right? I bite racists. Oh, isn't that cute? Wait, let me show you. Oh, wow, that's cute too, but that's not what I meant. Look at trying to get his what a good boy. Yeah, I bite racist. Love it. Good boy. Okay, so they're bringing it in. Gonna have a little oh look, it's Karen Sonaro, folks. Let's go interview this young lady. I hope she's off her. Definitely not COVIDed it out. Pardon me. So you know the quarantine time frame for a COVID patient is 14 days after symptoms subside.
Everybody says I didn't have it.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I was messing with you.
So if I'm sorry, Janet, sorry. I just got down. Today's the first day I've become my restriction.
I know.
I have the paper. In case they stop me. Say, Karen,
Yeah.
violation.
I'm like, dude, let's go out.
So there's a protest going on over at the Capitol, I think, at City Hall.
It's like
25 of them.
So I want to go check that out.
They've been out here all day?
No, I just got here.
Have these guys been out here all day?
I don't know. I've been at work all day.
So Eric got out.
He did. Good. How you been? Good to see you being out here multiple days in a row.
There's a vigil tomorrow night, so
Yeah.
I don't know if you can say Anderson. I think
Yeah, I
he's
know
leading
Tay.
it, I think,
Well,
tomorrow.
Tay's been a little flip-flopping, so I'm glad to see he's making some changes.
What do you mean?
You know, he was on board with the mayor and the chief of police, and
He's like come out publicly to be like, oh, I made a mistake. Whoops.
I know.
Yeah.
I do know I have been paying attention. That's why I say I'm glad to see he's making some changes,
Yeah.
because really, like, I was with him at the jail, and I heard complaints that he was sending people away back to the Capitol, back at different steps, whereas like standing down and not like letting people express themselves. So I challenged him on it at one point, and it was really because the cops were just pepper spraying people straight up in there, and I think that more people need to visually experience that so that they are aware of what the struggle is all about.
That it's not just coming out marching.
No,
Yeah.
it's risking a year in jail because you put a camera on a cop, or because 10 years after you were beat, the cops who were fired got put back on the clock. So, not much, man. How you doing? You know, what's the one that won an Emmy? I cannot think of his name right now. That got beat with the white kid.
It's not coming to me.
He's my friend.
I know, mine too.
I would see him all the time, but whatever, I can't remember right now his name. The thing is that on Thursday at the first city council meeting since COVID, public communication, he announced that the cops who were fired for beating him and his buddy nearly to death were reinstated with 10 years back pay as Denver police officers. Right?
Wow.
And so
Yeah, that's some shit there.
it's going to kill me. And then as soon as I get away from it, I'll remember his name.
You'll remember it like 3 in the morning when you're like in bed. Oh wait, you're talking about Alex?
Yeah, Lando.
Alex.
Alex Lindo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those cops just got rehired.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
Right? After he wins an Emmy. After his story goes national. The cops who beat the shit out of him go back to work. With back pay, folks. That's why we're here.
Even with their flashlights, saying he tried to take the police cops down. Right.
Yeah. So for day 13 or 14, depending on how long you've been awake, right? Hi, Citizen Z and Rob and the Watcher and P Squared and M Star. So glad you're all here. I was gonna head to the Capitol or to the City Hall and see if they were protesting. Huh?
They're doing all the painting on the street. I
Oh,
want to
they
go
have
check
that.
that
Yes.
out.
Let me grab my Karen, are you staying here? Okay, then I'm gonna take my bike with me.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go check on City Hall.
I wanted to see what they're painting.
So they're painting the road. They closed Bannock off, right?
Yeah, they're painting the whole thing in front of it. I just don't know. It doesn't look like they're doing Black Lives Matter like they did in
No, I think this was pre-planned. This painting is a mural that was before George Floyd.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that this work was being done 2 or 3 weeks ago, right?
Well, I mean, that's...
Because they've been closing. Oh, during COVID, they finally got around to closing Bannock
okay.
and putting in the. Oh, that's beautiful. Just the whole thing. It's like a veterans memorial, right? Our own little.
Yeah, did you just see it the other day when all the flowers were like alive and beautiful?
Oh, it's been so much going on. 13 shots, 13 occurrences of assault in the first 2 days by Denver police. So I got punched in the face the other night, in the helmet more so than the face, but guy was out gathering signatures, didn't have his paid circulator.
I took a picture of him. He goes, why are you taking a picture of me? That's all that. He was circulating for the oil and gas station.
Yeah, I know. And I got it on video, and he assaulted me, and I know his company's name.
Is it Strategic Initiatives?
I think that's it. I have a copy of all the info. I'm filing a report with Jenna.
Good. I wonder if it's the same guy. I'll show you his picture and let me know if it's the same guy.
Yeah, let's do that.
He was like right here with a table, and he kept going, "Did you vote for Trump?" And I was like, "No." I thought he was being sarcastic. He was like, "Oh, why not?" I was like, "Why would I?" And then like he's like, "Oh, you want to sign the oil and gas? You want to get off the polls?" Like, I'm not signing that shit. And then I took his picture, and he got upset. And I was like, "Oh, you're supposed to be wearing a badge." And he was like, "Okay." And then he's like, "Make sure you vote for Trump." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that."
Vote for Trump.
This guy.
Nope, that's not the one.
Okay.
But they were out here, over here
See,
by
it was
the.
like right in front of the memorial. You see the flowers in the back?
Oh yeah, yeah. They were here at the We Are Love.
Okay.
And did you heard about We Are Love, right?
Yeah. I
Like-
was asking those people about it because I was like, "Do you guys know who organized this march that we were just on?"
PSL, I think.
Okay, good.
It's.
It was a fine thing, but it was just I
I
kept.
kind of love the
noticing-
grass here.
I kept noticing a lot of like white kids on skateboards, and that just always makes me a little bit like, is it part of that like
No, I think.
co-opting?
I think the co-opting really happened as people of color who have not been part of active organization in the Denver metro area over the last 20 years started showing up and having a microphone in their hands, right? And the thing that triggers me was that they couldn't name the names of the dead, right? So you asked me about Paul Childs or Ryan Ronquillo shot at a funeral, right? Surrounded by cops while he was in his car, or Joe Valverde, who the drug police had gotten to come out on a buy for like an ounce or two, or maybe a half kilo of cocaine. And he like really only wanted like an 8-ball or something, right? And then they killed him in a park where there were people as close as you are to me.
Okay, so you're saying that the people that were taking the mic didn't know those stories.
They don't know the Denver stories, right? They couldn't say about this one or that one.
Okay.
You know, who's Paul Castaway? Who said, "What's wrong with you guys?" as he was shot in front of 8 to 13-year-old kids, right? And Michael Marshall and Marvin Booker, both killed by Denver sheriffs in the jail, right?
Yeah.
If you don't know those stories, then I'm going to question, what are you doing here? You know, I mean, like, just to not even be able to name somebody.
So is it that, I mean, maybe they, sure, were not like paying as close attention, but still recognize the larger injustice?
Well, so here's the thing that gets me. What's your story? Do you recognize, can you tell me somebody, something? How many times have I walked up to, I think we better watch the sidewalk here. I'm going to dump the bike here for a second. And this is, I don't know. Because I didn't figure I was going to walk too, is it? Oh, that's why, right there. Well, let's get the story. It looks like there's some artists here.
We just wanted to check out the mural. What is the...
Give it time. Yeah. Right? Come on. Damn it.
What you got going there? This is what it's going to look like.
Wow.
And this was before George Floyd, this was planned?
Huh.
So how long you guys been working on this now?
Like 2 weeks tomorrow. Yeah, 12 days.
12 days.
Took 2 days off.
Okay. So about as long as the protest, but planned before them.
Yeah.
I noticed some things going down. Yeah, it feels like it's been a couple weeks. Down at the end, starting painting and stuff. I've been keeping an eye. Y'all worked hard. This ain't no short order. And as I guessed, the bike lane stayed unpainted.
Yes, sir.
That makes it easier for people to get around, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty slick shit.
Yeah.
When it gets wet, it's so it's safe.
Good to know.
Yeah, a couple coats. And, it can get a little rowdy, just a little slick.
Gotcha. So what's it supposed to represent?
It is meant to, and it's basically like this space is now all pedestrian, right?
Yeah.
So we wanted the title of the piece is interwoven.
Interwoven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically like a giant magic carpet on the street that blankets the street.
Okay.
That's meant to spin one's luck in a positive direction with the pinwheel we're painting in the front.
Okay.
I love it. But every section of is representative of different, like, you know, kind of both ethnicities, eras, people, personalities of life that are all interwoven together for
Gotcha.
people to share this space.
And when is there going to be, is there a planned unveiling, like to the city or something? Is it just kind of coming up in COVID? We're just kind of...
I don't know if, like, there's no plan yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure what, like, I don't know. Well,
Feels like there should be like a ceremony around.
Yeah, it sure does.
we would sure like it.
You know?
But you've been painting for 2 weeks. How long do you think you got to go?
24 hours.
Oh, you're another day and
done?
you're going to be done.
We're
Okay.
like closing in because we have another big project coming up. So.
Wow. And then how long do you expect it to last?
Till the next virus.
That's an interesting answer.
Might be sooner than a
Could
thousand
be
years.
could be 6 weeks from now, you know.
Could be. I hope not. Let's hope not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been part of like a series of these like this is the biggest one, but it's been part of a series of a lot of different like test pilot projects that are like different community-based projects that.
Yeah, last year they had Jaguar here for the biennial.
That was badass.
That was badass. Yeah,
Super badass.
that was super fun. That's when I first. That was the night of that party. Was the first night I learned that this was going to become permanently closed. One of the employees of one of the departments of the city kind of walked up behind me and was like, "Hey, Cut the Plastic. How you doing, Brian?" And was like, "Oh." And they told me about the road being closed. So I thought that was
which
cool.
is awesome, right?
Yeah, I mean, bike space and people space and
space for the people, more space for the people.
Yeah.
Less cars, you know. I think
definitely makes it safer to get back between the web and the city and county and things, you know?
that and just like some of the other test pilot projects we've been doing are more for like to create pedestrian spaces more for community people just coming together, spaces for people to like have like for gatherings, events, you know, all that. I think it's important for that. It's important to have less cars around downtown and just in general, because automobiles have like run the streets for decades now, you know, and that was all part of like
part of the master plan.
Part of the master plan from General Motors and Ford and like all.
Well, I would think that I think that
they invented the term jaywalking to fucking you know create more sales for automobiles.
I was gonna say like the Chariots still had preference on the roads over the peasants walking, you know, in the Roman road. So
true.
White power hasn't changed that much.
Nah. Unfortunately, fucking not.
Well, I slipped that one in. I don't know how I got that one in. Thanks, man. So this is beautiful. I don't want to keep you.
Recording?
Oh, I'm live.
Oh shit! I wasn't warned.
Sorry. There's a camera in my hand, and you're in public. Kind of how we just roll with it. I come down here, and every day I've been down here for 2 weeks now.
Well, we hope it brings people happiness. We hope it brings people together. We hope it eases people's tension and stress going into that fucking courthouse right there, because that's never a fun thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
And
here's the.
Hopefully, we hope it creates change. You know, hopefully it will. Hopefully, it can create more positivity, more change.
Yeah. So check it out. One thing you should know always is that if you're a medical marijuana patient, you have a legal right to carry your products into all city and county buildings. Don't let them fuck with you. I've been fighting it for 18 months. November 2018, I think it was, when I got a letter from the district attorney's office saying it was fine and they didn't have a problem with it. So, whoops.
What does your jacket say?
Press, like the helmet I was wearing earlier. After the first 3 days of getting assaulted, the first 2 days, we counted, I was assaulted no less than 13 times by Denver police and their affiliates. Yeah, take care of your shit, man. It's good. I see you. I'm
glad you're alive and safe.
Yeah, me too, man. Be blessed.
Yeah.
Thanks for spreading some love.
Thanks for that. Thanks for the positivity.
Absolutely.
And support.
Cut the Plastic on YouTube.
All right.
Are you leaving me? Oh. Well, you have fun. I'm going back to the protest. See ya. So, folks, I'm going to show you this real quick. Hey, Jody. B Squared, King 9 News. Too tall, just chilling, huh? I'm glad everybody enjoyed the food. I didn't make that pathway today. Probably going to give it 14 days as recommended by the CDC. It's a little touchy one for me right now. All right, let's go Biden. Go find the protesters. Back at the Capitol yelling and loving. And let's see what's going on down here at the We Are Love stage. Doesn't really look like anything's going on. Doesn't really look like there's much of anything going on. Nope. Sure doesn't seem like much of anything's going on at the We Are Love movement. Maybe it's because they got called out. Lots and lots of chalk. Gotta love the chalk art. Okay, that could have been a shot. That could have been a firework. Tell some days. This is our little drug dealing corner of Colfax. And this little kid, he be swinging on these girls all fucking afternoon. Since I've seen him the first time. That is not what a man does. Taking out the trash. I love you. You're beautiful. Some good cats out here. Waldo is a city cop. We are Love Denver. Waldo is the city. It's hard to tell if those are gunshots or fireworks anymore.
Dude, Brian, you're back, right?
Yeah. How's it going? Yeah, just taking a quick tour tonight. It's been a long 2 weeks. Yeah.
We got a lot more to come.
Yes, yes, indeed.
It's gonna be a long few years. Let's fucking go. It'll be a long lifetime. We haven't even gotten to the point where we're like seriously like infighting with each other about who's got the best vision. We don't even have SRs to get rid of.
I wanted to ask for my SAMs, my surface to air missiles for the drones flying overhead.
Yeah.
I mean, is that's protected under the Second Amendment, right?
I mean, dude, honestly, bro, you can take out a drone with birdshot.
I have some, at least one of those old BB guns, the unlimited pump action, kind of the Daisy BBs.
Red Rider?
Yeah, that kind.
Don't take your eye out.
It'll take your eye out. Yeah. I'm gonna catch a little bit of the speeches tonight before.
Do it, bro. Do it.
Gotta keep the people awake, right? She's talking about marijuana again. It's good.
Thing, they're making hundreds of billions
You're good, man. Don't worry.
of dollars. Projected by year 2020, $77 billion. We were good enough for your
So
company.
good. I'm gonna
Give us our hardest. Yeah. Give us our Because if we had our own wealth, we would not need no overseer. We can't slave catcher to put you back in a hole. The cell, the slam. Yeah. Same practices today. This country, guess what? This country needed us in every year. Yeah. Built on our backs. Not only are we born black, but you bred us a certain way, like donkey, cattle, and sheep for your crops. Then you made us free, and you won't even let us do what you bred us to do. Shame on you because you put it on your money and God you trust. I read that Bible and I pray to that God. Guess what that God said? When you are cruel to the oppressed and the foreigner and the widow, woe is to you. This is why I am so glad and proud as a black woman that I was made in this flesh, because it pushed you to the spirit real quick, because it was never accepted. My seed, my daughter, and me and my daughter and my mother and all of us and my grandmother, all of us, it's been pressed down for too long, and guess what I'm gonna say? You're gonna be held accountable. Guess what? We don't even have to ask the federal government for that cannabis money. You know why? It's Schedule 1. I'm a registered nurse. I deal with all the drugs, all of them. I did trauma and critical care. Anybody rapping about anything that causes death, you are also a part of that, because my God is a living God, and that herb never killed nobody. I'm being real honest. Our wealth matters, so we can cover ourselves. We never needed you, but you need us. You still need us. That's why you follow us around. That's why you chase us. That's why you hold us in captivity. That's why you practice little medical stuff on you. Know how I know? I'm a registered nurse. Yeah. You don't understand what it's like to grow up as a kid. Your first trip in second grade was to a plantation. I knew every day what color I was, and my name is Don Quinique. All 10 letters. I was black before you even saw it on white paper. Couldn't even get a job. Let me tell you also what I also know. Is that just because no one has said nothing before, guess what? I'm saying something now. Give us our 40 acres and a mule. If we were slaves and we did 75% of the global market and profit, watch our free asses take over the whole globe. We want to live too. Black lives matter. Our wealth matters. raised in the original colony. I want you to get educated. And what really is going on in this country is for the love of money. It's for the love of money. Even the European Empire, the British Empire had to shut the slave trade out because America was getting drinks. Still, what you need was $77 billion for all by yourself. That's a scary thing. But we got homeless people in a desolate land where buildings are empty, but you can't house nobody. That looks like a white neighborhood, I double dare you. I double dare you. Black lives matter, black lives matter, black wealth matters. And it's important. Go to those dispensaries. It's cash. It ain't credit. It's a sure thing. It's a sure thing. White Shade, Green Solution, Live Well, Starbucks, Medicine Man, Green Dragon. Let's go, because I only know one black owner in this whole city, and that's Wanda James is Simply Pure. But everybody else is giving out that cash on fruits and vegetables, because no one else has ever taxed on anything like that. Woe to this land. I read that Bible that they put God and trust on. To the oppressed, and the foreigner, and the widow, and the fatherless, He answers our prayers. And so here we are today. My name is Dominique. Thank you for your time. E-N-I-C-K, and I'm not stopping until we all are able to eat.
I have been out here almost every single day. And you know how old I am? I am 17. I grew up wishing I was white. I grew up hating all aspects of myself that reflected on my Vietnamese background, my culture, my eyes, my hair, my language, my background. 17 years of life, and I struggle to accept my non-white features till this day. But why? Because we all grew up around the same stigma that white was beautiful. We grew up around a system that highlighted white supremacy. The same system that has dehumanized our black peers. This man died by the hands of a cold-blooded officer, Derek Chauvin, on May 25th. He died why? Right? Solely because of his fucking skin color. But what about the complacency of the Asian American officer Tao, who stood by and watched George Floyd beg for his life for 9 minutes? For dying with no mercy. So when will our community hold him accountable? Tao's action to be inactive stems from complete ignorance. And that ignorance originates from anti-black perpetuations that have been integrated into that generation's minds. We have acknowledged the anti-blackness that exists in our Asian communities. Racism is not just black and white. Do not forget that the oppressed can also be the oppressors. Silence? Unacceptable. Lives, black lives depend on us. Educate yourselves. Your family members, your friends, the people around you. I have a friend who's half Asian, half black.
You may not agree with the colors, you may not agree with certain subgroups, but guess what? I respect them and their lives. I'm not God, I was just going to say anyone deserves to die. And it's time that we start holding these people accountable, these people God, and we say who deserves to die. Because it's not right. And it's certainly not right for you to choose one subgroup over anyone else. But at the end of the day, like I said earlier, this crisis campaign, it's been 15 minutes, 20 minutes, however long. It's kind of cold outside. We're going to be here tomorrow at 11 o'clock sharp, and we're going to go here. Be ready to be energized back up. But before you leave, I want you to get somebody's number. I want you to network with somebody here. I want you to get on Poppy. I want you to start getting involved. We want everybody here to know that it's so much. We want everybody to know that you're important. And we want everybody to know that just your presence here is important. So as we go out, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Ain't no justice, no peace. Ain't no justice, no peace. Let's go, y'all. Let's do it.
I'm in.
I was wondering to start the police station. I just never thought it'd be for
That's a good question. I'll leave it up to you.
What's your address?
We have one more person! Come back! Come back!
Yeah, I've seen you. From here, take your
Hello.
down and then
I'm going to talk about three things today. As you like to hear, I'm going to talk
take a right on it.
the thing that I'm going to talk about is white allyship.
No, I'm sorry,
I
unfortunately,
have
I'm going
heard
to
a lot in the past couple days that we need white allies. That we as people of color need white allies. And I want you to understand that we do not. We want white allies. We do not need white allies. We have not, nor have we ever needed white people. White people always have and always will need us. Woo! This idea comes from a false narrative perpetrated by the colonizers, and that is that we are a minority. We are not the minority. They are the minority, here in the U.S. and in the world. The second thing that I want to talk about is reform over revolution. Reform is great. Revolution is better. We have spent the last 500 years making reform, and we are still here. We are still being murdered. We are still being genocided and terrorized on our streets, on streets that they stole from us, and then they stole us and brought us here. We need more than reform. We need more than reform. We cannot do this for 500 more years. The third thing that I want to address is this idea that I keep hearing that people in the military are somehow different than our police force. They are the same people in different places. The same people that brutalizes us here, our military does the same to Black, brown, indigenous, and Asian folks overseas. And then the last thing that I want to say is an explanation of what Black power is, because before I leave, I'm going to say Black power, and that is, Black power is the antithesis of white power. It is not only for Black people, it is for anyone who loathes white supremacy. It is for anyone who is tired of living in a people of color. We believe that we do not need the white proletariat. You can go on our website if you are a person of color and sign up. If you are white, pay reparations on our website. That money goes to communities of color. This is actual reparations. We cannot rely on our white supremacist government to give us reparations. You must pay reparations. That's blackhammer.org or blackhammer.org. Black Power.
He's still marching. He's sitting there marching on the precinct. Yeah. He's still walking. You want to warm up? Walk with us. He's on the precinct. Yeah. Marching on the precinct. That was.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Whoa. No, thank you. Folks, we just lost a tripod. It is broken as fuck. There it goes. It happens. I was talking to the Light Brigade, thanking them, and waiting for the last speakers to be done. So, me too. Thank you. Ha. Ha. So I think they're going down to the jail, or they're either going to the jail or the police department. Haven't quite figured it out yet. It is windy as fuck out here, and we now have a man down. The tripod is done. This tripod is dead. So that's life. We're gonna reposition a couple things. You're gonna have to sit tight with me.
But you just educate yourself and keep being out here and do what it is and speak to those dispensaries when you go.
Oh, good. We're going to the police department at District 6. That one's closer to my house. I like that idea. I know, all this demonetization. You guys need to play some fucking not copyrighted music. Represent the young artists. And all this old shit that demonetizes us. Okay. Yeah. They're rolling up the street here. We're gonna make a last strap or two. And away we go. That I like. Oh well, breaking it means you gotta get a new one, right? Oh, it's windy. Down, down, down with the police! Down, down, down with the police! Down, down, down with the police! I think what happened was they went to the one jail over there and split the group. And there's our friend.
Down with the police! Down with the police! Down with the police! Down with the police!
Oh. Can't even see.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! When do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice!
This group is not big enough to be taking the street by themselves. They need more people here, Denver.
When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! When do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! When do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! When do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
This is what democracy looks like! What does democracy look like? This is what democracy looks like! What does democracy look like? Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
Whoops.
This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what
Taylor!
truck?
And they're here. They're still here. Just stacked up and hanging the fuck out. Somebody at all times. Physically present.
They really like us, I think.
Well, you know, at least it's on a daily and regular, consistent basis.
Yeah. We like to say hi to them.
You know, it might be 15, it might be 500. At least they're not.
There's all the people out today.
Well, there was one speaker left, and a group, I think, went down to the other jail, right?
Yeah.
And so that kind of cut us in half. And then I was watching live before or right after city council was over, maybe even during city council they were doing something. So it's kind of been staggered, and people coming home from work, going to the protests, getting, kind of
Because of
different
weather, too, you think?
weather, right? I mean, I didn't get done till.
You think tomorrow it'll get back up to its regular spot?
It's
right?
not going anywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Good, I hope not. Well, because that bullshit bill they passed or they're about to pass is stupid. I mean,
Well, and the problem that I have with it,
nothing in it.
it doesn't have the meat and potatoes to say that a captain, a lieutenant, a police chief has to have his body camera on when he's not sitting at his desk doing administrative duties.
Yeah.
Right? If you're out in the field on parade day and you're out talking to people, your camera should be on.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it needs to be way bigger than just like a couple new rules. I feel like it should be like an outside agency that looks into investigates the complaints. Maybe.
Well, the problem with
Why
that,
are they investigating themselves?
that is a problem, right?
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
If I investigated myself at my job, shit, dude,
You'd find out you're doing a great job all the
I'd be doing a
time.
great job every day, man.
Right? Maybe once in a while you get mad at yourself and tell it, But yeah,
Jason, you're doing bad today. But yeah. I
Yeah.
know, man. It's stupid, dude. Like, what's up with that? But it's probably the federal. I don't know if the federal government would have to do that or what. I don't know.
well, no, I think that the state could establish an independent monitor at the state level.
But they're not going to because they support cops.
Of course.
They're just trying to consider. They're just sending this bill out just to try to keep, be like, oh, we did something.
Yeah. Quick responses while they can.
I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
They're interfering with my investigation right now, I'll tell you.
I can't breathe. 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 We pay you. 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 We pay you.
It really is a small crowd, but they're here, and that's what matters, right?
We pay you. We pay you. We pay you.
The fact is that they're here.
We pay you. We pay you.
Small in number, but vicious in spirit. And there's another group right now yelling at them at the jail, right? So there's more than one group out in Denver right now telling these people and reminding them on a daily basis what they need to hear. I don't have one. I need to get one.
Who do you serve? 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 do you serve? Who do you serve? Who do you serve? Who do you serve? Who do you serve? 1, 2, 3, fuck the police. 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 1, 2, 3, fuck the police.
Yes, Roxy, come over here! Woo! Be on the right side of history!
I don't see no riot here. Why you want a riot here? I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot gear! I don't see no riot here! Take off your riot gear!
I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot gear!
I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot gear!
I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot gear!
I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot gear!
I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot gear!
I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot gear!
I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot gear!
I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot gear!
I don't see no riot here.
Take off your riot
Take off that car.
Get a real fucking job! Stand there complacent.
Out of the precinct into the streets. Out of the precinct into the streets.
Out of the precinct into the streets. Out of the precinct
Into the streets.
into the streets.
Justice.
When do we want it? Now! When do we want
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we
Justice.
We don't get it.
Shut it down.
We don't get it.
Shut it down.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it.
Shut it down.
If we don't get it.
Shut it down.
We don't get it.
Shut it down.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it.
Shut it down.
Get it.
Shut it down.
We don't get it.
Shut it down.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
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 Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name!
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 Breonna Taylor.
What's her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name!
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 Breonna Taylor.
What's her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor.
That's a really good shirt you got there.
What's that?
Nice shirt. It says Will's best farter. I mean father.
Don't shoot. Hands up. 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 Don't shoot. Hands up.
Don't shoot!
Hands up.
Don't shoot!
Hands up. Don't shoot.
Don't shoot!
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Well, that's it. Good to see you, my friend. Gotta get a new tripod. It kind of broke off at the wind.
Oh, really? Get a big mirror.
Yeah, that's definitely a needed item this weekend. Mirrors. Aluminum foil works well too.
You don't let them know what they look like, man.
Yeah.
This wind, however, not good for glass. This wind, not good for mirrors.
No. Blows the tear gas away faster.
It does, doesn't it? Thank God they can't use it.
Every day! Every day! Every day! Every day! Every day! Every day!
So right now my camera is not facing you, but I am live. I'm just curious if I could turn it around and get your opinion living across the street from this police station as to the daily occurrences of protesting. Anybody care to speak? I'm sorry? There's not much to tell?
Well, it's been fucking hard to sleep, but it's worth it.
It's hard to sleep, but it's worth it. It's been every day, huh?
Pretty much.
Different days of time?
Well, there's been a couple days where they haven't come to the police station, where it's been quiet, but this is the smallest group we've seen.
They got split. Half of them went to the jail. So that downtown. So it's worth it, you say, though. I wonder, did you get assaulted during the battles that happened over the weekend last week with the tear gas and all that?
A lot of gas blowing the windows all night.
Yeah.
So you were breathing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got tear gas trying to help people. Yeah.
God bless you.
There's people screaming in the parking lot, so I just ran out there with milk. So I think I've gotten tear gas twice just trying to help people.
Nice. I got tear gassed Saturday afternoon, just smudging lemongrass and sage.
I've seen people saging, and I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
No, it's like the most thoughtful thing, but if you don't know what it is, you just see.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't know. They've been Palo Santo. There's been sage and lemongrass.
I think we just more wish that they weren't shining their lights on us and putting snipers up on our roof and their roof and that sort of stuff. That's the annoying part. It's not the people.
That's good.
Well, I'm glad to see that they've stopped tear gassing. Well, only because they got told that they had to.
Yeah, only because the judge said, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, but
Right.
I just wonder how long they, not protesters, the police are going to keep this up. And it's honestly kind of funny that they're hiding behind the fence. Yeah. Well, they don't. It's very hypocritical.
So do you think if the fence wasn't there, people would walk onto the property? Do you think that if the fence was there and they weren't blasting lights at people? 'Cause I mean, that's a pretty defensive posture. You can't even come up and have a conversation with somebody at that point, right?
I don't think they're very interested in having conversations.
You know, I had a guy the other day, and it's weird because my brother-in-law is a law enforcement officer. My father was until he retired, or until he quit due to corruption. But he just said there's too much corruption in the system, right? Didn't want to work there. But we had a veteran stop. I'm a member of Occupy Denver. We feed every week on the 16th Street Mall. And he came out and he talked to us about protecting the Constitution and defending rights and how police should be protecting protesters, not assaulting them. And it was very different and refreshing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only time that stuff has gotten violent or weird is when
Yeah.
Yeah.
That first night. That first night, there was definitely a lot of people taking that.
Oh yeah. Okay. So maybe night one there were people.
Yeah, that night, right?
People were grabbing their go bags, right? Because on night one there was definitely like preparedness.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle's leaving. I gotta keep up with my bike. Thanks for chatting, though. Oh, I love it. She's got a BLM on the puppies. Aww,
We made it for the marches over the weekend.
that's wonderful.
Be safe out there.
Yeah, I will. I'm actually gonna call it a night because it's windy and
It's supposed to start raining like now.
yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Stand together, y'all.
Let's go.
Get chopping! I'm scared of you!
Hey, I'm going home.
Fuck your sister better than you!
No, I'm splitting it here. So they're going their way. I'm gonna go mine. These guys, pretty fucking rock stars, huh? Every night of the week. Oh, Rob, that shit'll make you cry. Yeah. So get some hugs going on over here, a little love. They probably just get assaulted with words all night, every night. What are you gonna do? Right? Oh, they said, what are you gonna do when the fuck the cops guy comes for you? Then they became fuck the cops army. People are mad. And you can't see a damn thing right now because you're hiding inside my... There we go. Matter is, we're going to 16. So I'm just gonna keep you rolling with me for a few minutes. Show you that I get out of here fine and dandy. On my way home. This wind is something fierce. It's always good for a nice bike ride. need to get lights for my bike. Definitely on the shit to do this week list. So how's everybody doing tonight? We'll go to live chat, say hi for a second. Yeah, the exercise is good, isn't it? Makes you tired too, huh? Imagine biking in the wind. Thing I do like is that the sensors are set up to know you're here. And of course, some roads are closed to traffic, so that really helps. That's all due to COVID, but still, I think it's something they're probably going to keep. Worked out so well. Morbid Angel, good to see ya. How's the day going? CC. Let me show you the China. Not too bad. Fuck the police, they're saying. How about it? All right, folks, that's it. I can see the school in a couple blocks. Get to ride till there, huh? There's a spray of water in the air. There's lightning and thunder, and they will wonder how much they love the rain. All right, folks. Have a good night. Thanks for following. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for knowing I got home safe. Peace.